Oh, hello, YouTube world. Welcome to hojulazasm Live. I'm your host, Ching Chong Ding Dang. No, I'm your host, Adam Smith. I am sitting here getting you ready for a great show tonight. Welcome to hojulazasm Live, as I said. There it is. It's a show about entertainment. So this is all entertainment crap. It's like you like jokes, you like comedy, you like comedy. I got a stand-up comedian coming up. I got do you like cheesy pickup lines? I got a fella coming in who's gonna be producing some hilarious and effective cheesy pickup lines. Do you like music? Stick around because there's going to be musical bits. Two of them, count them, two of them, two musical bits, and other stuff, other stuff, some stuff that maybe that might get me thrown off this this YouTube website, and maybe even Facebook. Who knows? I'll at least probably get some sort of strike because I'm going hard in the paint with stuff you're not supposed to talk about. But that'll be later. So, but for now, oh Jesus, I didn't fucking edit. Did I edit any of these? I did not. I'm gonna get you right into a musical bit because I've still got some editing to do. So let me get you into and I didn't even fuck. I'm an idiot, man. All right. Here we go. We're gonna go screen share. Am I still here? We're gonna go screen. Hey, we're gonna go screen share, and I'm going to get you the musical bit, and then I gotta take care of some stuff while while the song's going. I'm delayed. I'm big time delayed. So check this song out. It's let's see. Oh God, I apologize. I just yeah, there's a couple. These are the two musical bits right here. You can see exactly who they are and exactly what who did it and the name of the song. I usually like to tease it a little bit and be like, yeah, I got a couple bits by Shakey Graves and fucking the Cairos or whatever, and you'd be like, oh, I'm gonna stick around for those. Well, I did not prepare anything, so I'm just gonna hit you with this, and then I'm gonna work on some shit in the background. Here we go. So here's I'm gonna start you off with the Cairos. I need to put my desktop audio on. I'm gonna start you off with the Cairos. The song's called the band's called the Cairos, and the song is called Obsession. Obsession, the Cairos. Hey, I'm still here. I swear on my life. Hey, what's up? I'm not working. No, I am. I'm still I'm still fervently working in the background to get you the show that you deserve, America. So what'd you think of that? That was what was that called? That was a song called Obsession by the Cairos? Cairos. Like isn't that like a part of Egypt or something? The Cairos? I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know history. I don't know shit about shit. I'm a big dummy, okay? You caught me. I'm a big dummy. But I can sing a tune. That I'm worth something. Keep me around, Gates. Keep me around, Bill Gates. Please, I'm valuable. I swear I'm valuable. Don't kill me, man. Uh, uh, I know you think the population's too large, but I'm not just a mouth breather. I'm not just a useless eater. I produce. I make jokes. I make music, man. Keep me alive, brother. Fauci, listen to me, man. I'm begging you. All right, I'm getting crazy. Okay, so yeah, I just about got everything going. If you're out there, say hello. Um, hi. And I apologize, YouTube. I There is a delay. I know there is a delay between a slight lag between what I'm saying and the mic, and I figured it out before, and I don't I don't remember what I did now. But Facebook, you're getting nice lag free, but you're not getting as nice a shot, nice crisp, clean shot as we are over here on YouTube. Am I right? YouTube, fam. But yeah, the other fortunate thing you have over there at Facebook is we are live and you can say hello. Let me go ahead and look and see who's yapping, if anybody. Probably probably not many folks, cause people are back to their lives, man. People are back out doing shit. Um, it is after 10 though in Connecticut, and we have a fucking curfew still. Like, what the is the point of a curfew? Like, diseases only come out at night. Like, you kidding me? It's a fucking bullshit. Like, when do these like bars and shit? When do they do their best business? Like late at night and like fucking bullshit, man. I cannot stand unelected bureaucrats making rules for us, and then the governors who do make the rules or are supposed to, they're just like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Write it down. Okay. And Connecticut. That's what fucking dumb fuck whatever the hell his name is decided to do. But then there's other states that are just like, no, no, that's unconstitutional. We're not gonna do that. Um, DeSantis and whoever her name is out in South Dakota, who never shut down at all. Like, God bless them, like, for just telling the bureaucrats to go fuck themselves. Like, your safety is in your own hands, and that's the way America has always been. Otherwise, they get that whiff of power and they just frickin' they just run with it. And that's what you do when you get power. Do you give it back? No one ever gives back power. So sorry to get off into that fucking shit, but I'm fucking pissed off. I really am pissed off. Like, I'm beyond talking light about it. I'm upset, like fucking upset that we are still living like this. And if you're not, then you are delusional. I hate to break it to you. You're forcing your brain into a state of delusion that this is normal. This is not normal. Wake the fuck up. It's time to get back to normal. And we're, like I said, people who are tyrants are not going to give up their power. They're just not. We need to take our power back. That's it. Plain and simple. Just I was in prison once out in California, and on the wall was scrawled, "Resist the devil and he will flee from you." And I wondered my entire life what that meant. I took it as a message, and here I am today, and I'm feeling the devil running my life, running all our lives. And I'm just hearing that in the back of my head saying, resist the devil, resist this bullshit, and he will flee. And he will. And that's what other states have done. And that's what other countries have done. And that's what England is doing. There is a big movement in Britain right now where people are out in the streets pissed the fuck off. There's other countries too that are pissed the fuck off, burning their masks, going out and saying, fuck this, because it's never going to end unless we say it does. Okay? And so that's just it. You don't just keep complying. You don't just say, okay, let's do this and then we'll be fine, right? We'll get our rights. No. That's not how it works, man. I'm sorry. I'm so fucking pissed off now with all this. And I got a big show. I'm sorry. I'm probably have to cut this all off for YouTube because I like to keep it light at the beginning. And I certainly did not, did I? I certainly did not. Who's watching? Who's Ben Drum? Hey, Ben Drum. What's up, brother? Sorry I had to get off on a tear there, but I'm just really, really upset. Okay, so we're going to get into some more amusing shit. Here we go. Here's I had guests tonight, and my guests did my bits. So here you go. My guests did my cheesy pickup lines, and here we go. Cheesy number 1. Oh shit. Cheesy pickup lines number 1.
Cheesy pickup lines. They're so cheesy, you just might take them home.
I'm learning about dates in history. Wanna be one of them?
Cheesy pickup lines. They're so cheesy, you just might take them home.
Hey, I'm back. I'm in studio mode. I need to get out of studio mode. That's why I miss my transitions. Let me get out of studio mode. Here we go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome again to Hojulazasm Live. I'm chilled out. I'm less pissed off at society. I'm not really, but I'm gonna put on my happy, unmasked face. Yeah, remember these? Remember faces? Oh, they're so good. When you see them out in public too, it's just like, oh, yes, come here, talk to me. Just say something with your mouth and your words so I can see your pretty face just saying stuff. It's like, oh my God, it's so refreshing. It's so refreshing. It will happen, but we're going to have to make it happen. Hate to break it to you, weak, cucked cowards out there that just think you can just comply and it's going to go away. You know, you got your shots. You still got to wear your mask, don't you? Fuckface. Don't you? So, sorry. I don't mean to be demeaning. Good. I'm glad you got your fucking vaccine. Good for you. Pat on the back. You still got to wear your mask, though, man. I still love you. You're still my friend. I'm not going to hate on you. But, well, you still are in my boat. We're still in the same boat. The only way we're getting out of it is just saying no. And that means you got to be brave. You can't be a little coward and just run along with the system. So here we go. We're going to get into some more humorous things. Like I said, all my bits done tonight were done by guests. So here's a guest joke. Here we go. Guest joke number 1.
about the time. You know, most stand-up comedians got an airport joke, and that's, stupid. But the other day, I was at the airport, and
Stupid.
it was It was my 30th birthday. Me and my friend went to the airport, and he never been on an airplane before. I went on an airplane once, so I was a little bit used to the fucking procedure, whatever. This is where they're strapping you up with these regulations, and all I can say about my friend is his mother was Puerto Rican, and his dad was white, so he had a real terrorist shade to him. He looked a little suspicious, so we walked through the airport the first time. We got there like 2 hours early because they said, you gotta get there 2 hours early. No one was there. We went through the fucking line. We ended up drinking at the bar for 3 hours. That's why they tell you gotta get there 2 hours early, because they want to get the fucking line to the bar. So we're drinking. We're like, Jesus Christ, we got like 4 hours before we gotta drink, before we gotta get on the fucking plane. So we drinking. I gotta give props to the airport waitresses, dude. They're hardcore. That's like an old bitch. She's usually like 55 years old. She been doing it. She holds it down, dude. She fucking gets going. So she got us all hyped up, because the way to Vegas, when you first are going to Vegas, it's like the greatest time of your life. Coming back from Vegas, not so much. You're burned out, you're fucking worn out, you got no money, you're fucking shit out of fucking luck. So we're all excited on the way there, and we go through security, and finally our flight's boarding. We get out there, we got like fucking 5 whiskey sours in us. We're like, fuck yeah, let's go. We walk through, I walk through, they got that $1 million machine, they put your hands up, bing, I go through. He goes through with his brown self, puts his hands up, boom. They pulled him aside. They said, sir, we have to look in your pants. And he was all offended, but he's a free spirit. He goes, all right, take a look, see what you see. You know, he didn't give a fuck. So they pulled his pants out and they said, all right, you're good to go. He goes on. We had a fucking layover flight. We had to stop in fucking Philadelphia. We stopped there. I walk through. Bing. He walks through. Boom. They stopped him again. And he starts getting pissed. And I'm like, fuck it, dude. I felt like white privilege. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I'm good, man. They just let me go through. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to waste my money in Vegas, you know? And they stopped him again, and he got pissed. He asked the second guy, he goes, can I ask you? He goes, why did I get stopped both times? And I felt like white privilege. I was like, yeah, they're just checking him, make sure he's okay. But no, they fucking showed him the scan on the thing. He had a big red blur in his pants. Yeah, it's $1 million machine. It detects heat.
Yeah.
So this motherfucker's dick was throwing off so much heat that they thought there was a bomb behind that
Just
thing.
fucking up radar.
Dude, so this motherfucker now, I went from being white privileged, I was just walking through all fancy free, took my shoes off, I put my fucking Nikes back on. This motherfucker was like, I watched him go to the fucking side gate and goes, why did I keep getting stopped? And the guy goes, oh, you had a big red blur in your pants. And then he was pumped. He felt like El Nino, like this is the Doppler radar. Like, I went back in the machine, I'm like, what's mine, green, red? Like, I was trying to figure out my color. And I was trying to see what happened, and so now he's walking around all strutting around. He goes, yeah, I'm throwing off so much heat, they can't even fucking see through it, you know? So I'm pissed, and we're on the way to Vegas, so I go, okay. So we forget about it. We go to Vegas. We party. We fucking lose all our money. Not lose all our money. We didn't even bet. We were just going around, just wasting our money, drinking, fucking doing stupid shit. We're all drunk, hungover. We finally on our way back. And then once we get back into the airport, we remembered what happened. So I'm like, fuck. You know, it's about pride now. Like, I never wanted to be a terrorist, but I want them to at least see me as a threat. So when I'm emptying the change out of my pocket, I start ruffling it up a little bit. You know, I'm trying to throw some heat on this bitch. I start ruffling it up. I got it like half hard. I throw my change in the thing and I run up there. And when I get into the bitch, I'm like, you gotta put your hands where they are. I'm like flexing and shit. And it just goes ding. I'm like, are you sure?
Are you sure?
Don't fucking...
Are you positive?
They're like, yeah, you're no threat to us. Get out of here. But what's hurt my pride? So I'm fucking pissed. So I'm sitting on the other side and I wait and they stop and boom. I'm like, motherfucker. So he goes to the side and this giant, like he was like a 7-foot tall black guy, TSA.
Yeah.
He pulls him aside and I'm like, oh, he ain't gonna be impressed. He probably got a hog on himself, you know. He got a hog like that. He ain't gonna be impressed. He fucking pulled this kid's pants out and I saw his eyes. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, are you fucking serious? Like, the guy's eyes, like, went, like, back in his head. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. You know, so now it's real personal. I'm like, fuck, we got a fucking, another, like, layover to go through. And I'm sitting on the plane the whole time, just fucking, this motherfucker. You know, this is the one time white privilege doesn't come in handy because white guys ain't got the big dicks. So I'm pissed. And I'm sitting there and it's like, motherfucker. You know, I gotta prove myself. I had no money left. I had no nothing. I was reading a Goosebumps book. I bought at the fucking Salvation Army on the way back because I had like $3 left to my name. And we get to the last fucking junction. And I'm like, fuck this shit, dude. I'm like, I'm fucking getting some recognition here. And I let him go through first. I went through first every time. I let him go through first on the last one. I said, dude, I'm going through first. So I went to the bathroom and I got it jacked up a little bit, you know? I tucked up in my pants like a weapon. I'm like, fuck this.
Like a weapon.
Yeah, dude, I was like, fuck this. And I didn't even stop at the thing. I just ran through. They tackled me right on the other side. This guy tackled me. And I started reaching for it, and he's like, he's going for a weapon. I said, damn right I am. Motherfucker, I got something here. You should have seen this guy when he tried to disarm me. He only tugged it twice. He pulled on it twice, and then he realized what it was. And, hey, at least somebody's seen it. You know what I'm saying?
When he tried to disarm me.
Yeah, at least someone's seen it. That's all I care about. I got my pride.
Joke for your mama, joke for your pop. It's time for a joke. Don't tell it to stop, tell it to stop, tell it to stop. Yeah.
Best joke bit ever. We got an actual comedian, man. That was freaking hilarious. Thank you, Eric Gluck. That was phenomenal. It was actually funnier, like watching it back. Because I caught some shit that I didn't catch the first time in person. That was great. All right, so yeah, that's Eric Gluck, man. Go check him out. I don't know what he has for social media. He didn't tell me. Otherwise, I'd promote him. But he is gonna be doing. He's gonna be doing some bits around town. He's gonna be doing some stand up around town. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, like I said, him and his buddy did all my bits tonight. So here we go with another cheesy pickup line done by not myself because I didn't have to. So here, I made his buddy do it. Here we go.
Cheesy pickup lines. They're so cheesy, you just might take him home.
Baby, if you were words on a page, you'd be fine print.
Cheesy pickup lines. They're so cheesy, you just might take him home.
You'd be fine print. I think I've done that one before, but who cares? You probably haven't seen it. I mean, the odds are very slim that you've seen me do that pickup line before. But what'd you think? That was Larry. He likes to go by Larry. It's not his real name, but he likes to go by Larry. And there he is. There's Larry doing my cheesy pickup line bits. I made sure he put his hat backwards and made sure he wore sunglasses. And he complied, and we got nice solid bit out of the kid. He's a youngster, 27. That's young for me. We don't need to go into how old I am. We don't need to do it. I've got more joke. I've got one more. Yeah, I've got more. One more little stand-up routine from the Gluckster. Stay tuned for that. I almost feel like that's more important than what I'm about to show you, which is musical bit number 2. And musical bit number 2 is, you guys ever heard of Shakey Graves? He's pretty big. My ex found him at some point, and then he just sort of appeared in my Pandora mix. And most of his stuff is very bluegrassy, traditional kind of folk, Americana type stuff. But this was a cool, produced, like trippy ass song, and I loved it. And I had no idea it was him until I looked down, and I gave it the old like, and then I learned it. I learned it today. I played it today. Here it is. Hear a song, learn a song, play a song. Number 2, Shakey Graves, and the song's called "Look Alive."
3, 2, 1, go! 3, 2, 1, go! As of now,
Shakey Graves. Sorry about that. Sorry about that little total blackout. I'm back. I'm back, baby. What's going on? That was Look Alive by Shakey Graves. Um, I don't think I really did it justice. Such a cool song. Go check it out. Shakey Graves, Look Alive. Go check the song out. It's freaking cool. Like I said, I don't think I did it justice. Apologize. Um, but I forgot that I have another bit, and it's called beer review, and I didn't set it up, so I'm just going to do it. Let me get out studio mode. I'll get out studio mode, and I'm gonna do beer reviews. Here we go. Here's beer review. I'm just gonna do one live, like in person, literally right now. Here's beer review number 1 with me doing one right now. Here we go.
It's time for another little beer review. Yeah, cha-cha-cha.
Hey, yeah, and so today's beer that we are reviewing it's a Trugs. You guys like Trugs? This is Trugs Field Study IPA, and we're gonna give it a try. Trugs Field Study IPA, and here we go. And this is a glass I stole a long time ago. You could tell it's a long time ago because I don't think they make this anymore. This is Limbo IPA Long Trail. Pretty sure they stopped making that years ago. But it was a good beer, if anybody remembers that one. So here we are. We're going to try the new Trugs. And I know that's how you say it. I looked it up. I went through all sorts of research on how there's 2 phonetic spellings. It actually uses a person's name for half and a word for a pub in Holland, I think it is. I don't remember. It's been a while. But yeah. It's those 2 words combined, and yeah, it's Trugs. 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 Anyways, let's try it. This is Trugs Field Study. It's an IPA. It's dry hopped with Citra, Mosaic, and Eldorado. Damn. Fucking perfect. Nailed it, Trugs. Nailed it. I don't know what to say other than it's like if you're a hop head, if you're one of those people that love IPAs, and you just like the taste of hops, but you don't like them way forward. You don't like to get nabbed on them right off the bat, and like a Sierra Nevada, you kind of like it on the back palate. This is for you. This is like a nice hazy IPA. That Citra and Mosaic, those are my 2 faves, I gotta say, for hops. It's really banging. It's nice and smooth. There you go. There's my review. Trugs, you did it. You did it once again. My favorite, actually, that you guys made, you no longer carry, but this, well, it's not like you no longer carry. I think it probably will be back. I forget what it's called, but either way, this makes up for that. Thank you so much, Trugs. Great beer, and I will be giving it my highest. I should come up with like rewards or something. But yeah, thank you, Trugs. Very good.
It's time for another little beer review. Yeah, cha-cha-cha.
Yeah, Very, very fucking good beer. I've got 2 other beers to review tonight. Stick around for both of them. For now, let's get to our third cheesy pickup line. Here we go. Cheesy number 3.
Cheesy pickup lines. They're so cheesy, you just might take him home.
Did you just come out of the oven? Cause you're hot.
Cheesy pickup lines. They're so cheesy, you just might take him home.
There it is. There it is. Didn't have to do my own bits tonight. Got some company. Made them do them. Made them do my bits. I mean, I still had to edit everything, so there was that. And then I had to go ahead and drink all this beer that I had to review. Let's keep doing that. How about that? Let's do another beer review. I got another beer on deck for you to check out. Here we go.
It's time for another little beer review. Yeah, cha-cha-cha. It's time for another little beer review.
Yeah, the fat orange cat. Are you taping?
Wait, 1 second. Let me. There we go.
Are we taping?
Yeah.
I guess I could just edit. Okay. This actually might be better if you could move around, honestly. Because it would be good to like do a zoom in on the cam.
We could do that post. And then cut it in.
That's right, these cameras are so good that if you zoom in you could actually read the labels.
Or like, yeah, we also could.
3, 2, 1. Hey, this is the beer review. The first beer I'm cracking tonight. It is a Fat Orange Cat. And it is the Harga. Welcome to Harga. It's a, well, here's a struggle in this landing as I can't read it. Brewed and blah, 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 blah. Oh, brewed in North Haven, Connecticut. I can read that. It really doesn't say much about this beer. They really didn't give a fuck. It's a 1 pint New England style double IPA. Harga. Fuck it. I'll give you the review here.
I just realized your settings on fucking manual are fucking trash. You were like fucking with shit you shouldn't have. Right there. Exposure compensation, don't fuck with that. Alright, that looks way better.
I had it on autofocus.
Yeah, you did, but maybe the last time you used a manual.
So I should not do this?
Well, that wouldn't be that bad, except that you have an auto focus, so it's going on your eye. Is eye tracking going on right now? Face tracking?
Yeah, I'd like to actually shut that off.
For this kind of stuff, it's actually not even that bad.
No, it's good for this.
If you went like this with it, it wouldn't,
Oh,
it'd be in
okay.
focus.
Should I start over?
We can zoom in. It doesn't. Yeah, if you want.
Alright, hit it.
It's time for another little beer review. Yeah, cha-cha-cha.
There you go. Who needs to edit? Why edit stuff? That's for editing's for losers. Oh man, I've got one more, and I have another beer on deck to review live. So stick around for that. Let me get to the second joke of the night. It's actually not just one-liners like I typically do. Eric Gluck, who's an actual comedian, does stand-up. Came to my house today and did a bit of stand-up. Here we go. Joke number 2.
Joke for your mama, joke for your pop. It's time for a joke. Don't tell it to stop. Tell it to stop. Tell it to stop. Yeah.
Yo, shit, get your ass out of here then.
I'm gone.
Do it.
I'm gone.
Hello, everyone. This is my first time doing comedy. You didn't? Hold on. It's my first time doing comedy sober. I've done it like 3 to 7 times before. That's the thing about doing comedy. It's like your first time having sex. It's like you're nervous. You're just waiting. You know, you don't know if they're gonna laugh at you. You've been thinking about doing it for years, and then only difference is I didn't skip school and ride my moped here, so I quit doing drugs. That's the problem. Only thing I'm gonna miss about cocaine is flossing.
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 Really?
Dude, you check yourself in the fucking mirror and you look at your nose and you go, oh shit, I need to put a tiny string between each and every one of my teeth. Because I've never thought that normally. Like, I look at myself in the mirror all the time, but I never was just like, fuck it, I better fucking clean in between every single one of my teeth right now. You know? Reason you know I'm doing cocaine, I don't got that jaw jack. I'm not hurting there like these motherfuckers. I blink. Blink, 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 blink. You know, your blink is supposed to run on like a subconscious level. I like to be a fly on the wall on that fucking shit. Because once you start doing cocaine, your brain is firing off at a different level and it starts going, all right, blink, blink. Blink, 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 breathe. Oh shit, blink, 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 blink. And then next thing you know, everyone knows. And it's fucking not. You know what they used to do? You know what they used to do? They used to give coca leaves to the fucking guys that were unloading the ships in the fucking 1920s. The Armada came in, they're like unloading tea and shit.
Yeah.
And they used to give them coca leaves and they would chew on them. Before, they were giving the shit out like medicine. They thought like, oh, these guys are just a little fucking under the weather. No, they're fucking giving them energy. They were fucking jacking them up. Can you imagine being a fly on the wall on that shit? Dude, fucking guys are like, we gotta get our own ship, you know? They're unloading the crates. They're like, we gotta get our own ship and then we gotta have people unload this shit for us. And then they were like, yeah, let's get our own ship, you know? They're just fucking walking through the aisles all fucked up. They're fucking jacked up. They don't even know. I wanna be in on that, dude. You know, I wanna see some kind of fucking tape of that. 1920s. There's no tapes in the 1920s. They were drinking Moxie, fucking slapping bitches on that. They didn't know the Depression was coming. Shit was tight. Alright, so before I go, I want to hear what you guys give me any random subject to do a joke about.
Carpet.
Carpet? You look down at the floor and you say carpet?
Carpet. Tiger.
There's no tiger. You look down the carpet and I'm going to make a joke about carpet.
Do it.
A carpet joke?
Carpet.
Alright.
Carpet
Fucking
started.
carpet.
Takes me 15-minute drive to get the fucking Target. This is me, just driving, sliding. I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna bring this kid out for you now. I'm gonna bring him out for you.
So you ever go down to the girl and she's got a shag rug? I've been there. I know that, like, you know, the new shit you get at Home Depot, it's real soft, but that old shag rug fucking gets you. I like it. I'm not saying anything. I'm retro myself. I like an old shag carpet, and it shows maturity. It shows that you lived in the the early 80s,
Yeah,
you know, late
70s,
70s,
yeah.
you know, whatever you're into. The
Dude,
late
dude,
60s, you're
dude,
getting a little
you-
risky, but
You wake up in the morning, you don't got socks on, you step on a nice shag carpet.
Joke for your mama, joke for your pop. It's time for a joke. Don't tell it to stop. Tell it to stop. Tell it to stop. Yeah.
Fucking Larry killed it at the end. Larry at the end with the clincher, talking about stepping out on a nice shag carpet. Just joke went right over his head. But we had a good laugh. All right, so hey Johnny, what's up, man? You out there? Is that you hanging? I don't know who's hanging. I just see the number of people watching, and I don't know who's watching until they say hi. So what's up, man? That's gotta be you, I guess. We're rocking and rolling. I got another beer review. Johnny, you still drink beer? You still like the beers? I got a beer review for you here. This is I believe probably the best beer there is to just drink. I believe that's what we're going to. Let's see. Here we go. Well, I don't know. I have set this up so poorly. Here we go, but let's see.
It's time for another little beer review. Yeah, cha-cha-cha.
Hey, welcome to Beer Review. I'm reviewing. Hey, welcome to Beer. We have the Fat Orange Cat. Hey, welcome to Beer Review. I'm reviewing today Fat Orange Cat Harga. And it doesn't. Fuck. I put the same one twice. I'm a dumbass. All right. Let me see if I could find the right one. Well, I will make this happen. I don't give up. You guys know this about me. I don't give up. I don't give up. You will get your beer, your second or third beer review. I don't know which one this is. You're gonna get it. All right. If it's the last thing I fucking do, because I don't give up. Let's look through the videos. Here we go. Videos. Oh, there's another folder over here called from camera. I think that must be it. Oh, we got a couple here. What's this one? That's the one we did. This is probably not. What is that? What's this? Huh. I could have sworn I did another one. Oh, here we go. All right. All right. Here we go. Let's do it right. All right. Yeah.
It's time for another little beer review. Yeah, cha-cha-cha.
All right. Oops. Cut. Oh, what the man. Three, two, one. All right, hey, we're here with one of the best beers out there, the Founders All Day IPA. Founders is a great company. Honestly, I haven't had much besides the All Day. I've had, I think, their Porter, and a couple others, but this by far is the best all-day beer there is. And it's just one of the best beers there is. It's perfectly balanced. It's not too heady, not too hoppy if you don't like hops. But if you do like hops, it's in there and you can taste it. And it's got a little pizzazz. It's not a Bud Light, but it's as crushable as a Bud Light, and it's a 4.7. So yeah, edit this so that let's see this can here. I want you to see that it says. Come on. 4.7. There, you can see it. Just fucking 4.7. There it is, right there. There. You see it? Yeah, so it's pretty crushable at 4.7% alcohol. Founders all day. Go out and get one. Or 15. They come in a nice, convenient 15 pack. Not as much as a 30 rack for Budweiser. But you know, you get two of them, and you're right there with the other fellas drinking their Scudweiser. Cheers.
It's time for another little beer review. Yeah, cha-cha-cha.
Alright, hey. Alright, kid. Dog, fucking that kid. There we go. That was another beer review. I got one left, and it's gonna be right here in live time. I'm still working on my Thrugs field study. Still working on that here. So we're gonna have to do something in between while I finish this off, and then I'm gonna hit you with my new beer review. Stay tuned because it's a good one. Oh, maybe, I don't know. It looks really good. I'm excited to try it. But what did we get to? What did we do? We did 2 jokes. We did 3 cheesies. Let's check out 4. Let's check out the 4th one. Here we go. Cheesy number 4.
Cheesy pickup lines. They're so cheesy, you just might take him home.
I was wondering if you had an extra heart, because mine was just stolen.
Cheesy pickup lines. They're so cheesy, you just might take him home.
He sounded like Lane Staley, man. That was cool. Mine was just stolen. And then he's about to go into like sorry. Oh, boom, bow, 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 bow. Sorry. All right. I could get into a song and just get into it and just be lost. So I need to just keep moving. Adam, keep moving. Adam, keep moving. He says. Let me. All right. I gotta finish this one up. So I can get to the. Where are we at for time? Let me see here. We're rolling at 58 minutes. We are right on schedule. Let me hit you with the first song again. Let me hit you with the first musical bit again. I need time to finish this up and start the next. Actually, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's get into Conspiracy Corner. Do I have a I didn't even put a Conspiracy Corner up. Damn it, did I? I guess I did. Fuck it, here we go. Conspiracy Corner.
Conspiracy corner, open up your eyes. Conspiracy corner, telling you lies. Conspiracy corner, yeah.
All right, so what we're gonna do for Conspiracy Corner, we're gonna go to We're gonna go to Screen share. Can you hear me? We're gonna go to screen share. You're gonna see me, and then we're gonna go to this, and this will probably get removed, but you'll at least get to see it here live, folks. I'll sort of just kind of give you the nuts and bolts of this. Let's just start off by saying, once upon a time, in 2017, Dr. Fauci said that there was going to be inevitably a pandemic. Is inevitable. It's coming. Buckle up. And also, the John Hopkins, whatever the fuck they're called, the John Hopkins Center of Health Security, ran a simulation of a coronavirus pandemic known as SPARS. And so that's what this is about. SPARS is they basically like war gamed this for a pandemic coming in what they said was 2025, but you need to just look at 2025 as 2020 to 2023. They kind of jumped the gun in their in what actually ended up happening. But watch the fucking correlations between what they planned in 2017 or planned for. I can't say they planned. What they planned for, an inevitable, as Fauci says, an inevitable pandemic coming. And he said this in 2017. And this is General Flynn, Mike Flynn, the former I believe DOJ, Department of Justice, head of Department of Justice under Barack Obama. Here he is talking about,
and what the reality is that we're facing.
And if there's one message that I want to leave with you today, based on my experience, and you'll see that in a moment, is that there is no question that there will be a challenge to the coming administration in the arena of infectious diseases, both chronic infectious diseases in the sense of already ongoing disease, and we have certainly a large burden of that, but also there will be a surprise outbreak. And I hope by the end of my relatively short presentation, you will understand why history, the history of the last 32 years that I've been the director of NIAID, will tell the next administration that there's no doubt in anyone's mind that they will be faced with the challenges that their predecessors were faced with.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an emergency transmission. Saturday, April 3rd, 2021. I am your host, Alex Jones. I want to thank the crew for coming in and doing a great job with us here. I have two of our great investigative researchers, Rob Dew and Mike Halprin, here with me in studio. And we, again, want to thank all the viewers and listeners that have tuned into this information. It could not be of any greater import. It could not be more serious to every human life, but also the rest of life on this planet, the scientific dictatorship, the scientific tyranny, the complete revolution and takeover that we're witnessing. Now, you just saw Fauci 4 years ago, right after Trump got in office, saying he will be challenged by a surprise outbreak. Wow, he knows about a surprise. And then out of the Wuhan lab that even Newsweek and Reuters report, he basically controlled 11 programs on of gain-of-function viruses, chimera viruses in the corona family, even listed and called COVID-21, COVID-25, COVID 2019. This individual then had John Hopkins that he basically runs with Bill Gates. We'll show you all the documents. Develop war games 2 months after Trump got into office, laying all of this out. So we're going to show you the documents, we're going to show you the quotes, and then you're going to see in real time as they rolled it out. Now, most people that are informed have heard about Event 201, they've heard about Operation Lockstep, they've heard about Crimson Contagion, they've heard about Disease X and the UN drills. But have you heard about SPARS 2025, 2028? It is all of those plans together, but not set in the near future like those previous drills were, but set out a few more years in the future. But it's actually paralleling the time we're in now. So just superimpose 2025 to 2028 with 2020 to 2023.
So if you go to the first slide, this was done in October 2017, which we've covered. It precedes Event 201 and Crimson Contagion, which are two exercises that are sort of the getting people organized and getting ready for this. This was done by Johns Hopkins. You go to the next one. Johns Hopkins is also in charge of Event 201 with the World Economic Forum and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
And that's all the main globalist eugenicist leaders. We have Klaus Schwab saying this is to stop carbon, this is to depopulate, this is to save the earth. I'll show you all those articles, mainstream news. You'll have nothing, you'll own nothing, you'll love it. And it's all the same group, all run through John Hopkins, that gives the orders to the UN, the WHO, the NIH, all of it. Continue.
All right. If we go to the next one, the name SARS-CoV-2 is the actual name of the COVID virus. Well, here in the exercise, so that, of course, they come up with the name St. Paul Acute Respiratory Syndrome, which is what you do when you have a virus, you say where it came from. So SPARS-CoV, which stands for coronavirus. Now we have our virus here, which originated from Wuhan. They call it SARS-CoV-2. Almost the same exact name. How did they predict that? Well, we know we've seen SARS-CoV-2 listed in other documents. They were finding it in the sewage a few years before
in Europe.
This outbreak. Yeah, so this thing's been.
It was already in IMF World Bank documents in 2018, 2019. So they cooked it up at Wuhan. They give it the same damn name basically in their drill.
Yep.
When Fauci says a mystery disease is about to come out and challenge Trump, and then it's basically the same name. Look at that again. That is incredible.
There it is. And so let's go to the next slide where we have the inflated fatality estimates. Okay, CDC came out with, this is with SPARS, and they said, oh, we're looking at a 4.7% fatality rate. WHO said 14% under 64 and then 50% over 64. This is going to be huge. Kill a lot of people.
And let's take our time. Read over this again. We just showed you they have basically the same name of the virus when Fauci says this thing's going to hurt Trump. But, oh, we're going to counter. It didn't come from a secret lab we run. When he ran the lab, confirmed. Now they even admit they're going to inflate the death numbers. Basically what they said. They said 4% would die from it. And then they admit they're giving us fake numbers right here.
Yeah.
And then how to counter that later. This is incredible.
Exactly. They go over the same scenario. So the actual, once the exercise is done, they go, oh, it was only 0.06 death rate. And then you look at what happened with COVID. Imperial College came out and said 2.2 million people are going to die in the U.S. and 510, over 500,000 in the U.K. And the WHO said the fatality rate is going to be 2% worldwide. Okay? But then you look at what actually happened. What are the actual numbers of COVID? 0 to 19, 0.003%. 20 to 49, 0.02%. 50 to 69, we start finally getting into some death rates, 0.5%. Half a percentage rate. 70 plus years, 5.4%. So you do see some deaths in the older 70s, but that's when they were bringing people into the nursing homes. They were trying to kill
that was the folks who were already sick, yeah,
as possible, and then they were giving those people ventilators. So that.
But let's slow down.
There you see that.
They said in a report 3 years before this started that it'll only be 6% that really died, but we'll inflate the numbers. And then we have the New York Times headline: 94% of people died of something else.
Yes.
Only 6% died. The exact number 3 years later in the New York Times. So let's make sure we add that right here, because that is in-frickin' incredible. And it goes on and on because it's all BS numbers. It's all made up.
Your coronavirus is positive, but maybe it shouldn't be.
Let's explain. They don't just have their fake number at the start. They have another fake number later to control this whole thing.
Yep, exactly. And you can even find that on the CDC, because they even write in there that 6% of these people only died from COVID. Of all the deaths we've had, only 6% actually died from just COVID. Everybody else had comorbidities, at least 2. I think it was 2.6 comorbidities was the average. All right, one more, guys. Skip to the next one. So SPARS emerges 2025, and then January 2026, as October 2025, January 2026, the government contracts with SynBio to produce the SPARS vaccine. So that's 4 months. Now here we have December 31st, COVID-19 is identified. That's the date they give as identifying COVID-19. April 2020, U.S. government launches Operation Warp Speed. They're giving money to vaccine companies to create the vaccine.
And they don't call it Warp Speed here. They call it a similar name, but it's the exact same thing to speed it up.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, they accelerate.
Which means giving them unlimited power.
Yeah,
pretty much. And it's all underdone on this emergency authorization. Everything's emergency authorizations. They can do pretty much.
And then they lie
and
and go, it's approved by the FDA. It's tested. No, it's not.
It's not. It's only approved for emergency authorization, which means you don't have anything else that could work with this, which is why they got rid of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
Here we go.
Anyway, let's go to the antivirals. Is the next slide. In this scenario, they have one called Calosavir. All right, ends in an IR. Side effects: nausea, headaches, vomiting, and body aches. There's actually a viral video of a boy in this scenario taking the Calosavir and then immediately projectile vomiting everywhere.
Yeah, they even have videos of their scenario.
It's crazy.
But go back to it. Then 3 years later, it's remdesivir. Look,
and this is not the real name. This is the name they gave it later. It's actually got a different name that it's. And
remember, they said remdesivir was this new experimental thing they just developed.
Exactly.
But they had the damn name 3 years before.
Same side effects: nausea, constipation.
They only changed
vomiting.
a few letters. It's all about rubbing it in their faces.
It is. They really do.
And folks, this is smoking gun. Okay, keep going.
All right. After antivirals, 10 months into the pandemic, right as they're starting the vaccine rollout, the Pacific Northwest has a 2-week blackout. Okay. COVID-19, 13 months into the pandemic and 2 months into the vaccine rollout. Texas has a 1 week. Some spots it was a 2-week blackout.
Remember
Texas
that?
is about the same size if you throw it up there as Washington, Oregon, Montana, Idaho. You stick Texas up there, it's about the same size. So
But here's the deal. I've learned their tricks.
Now let's look at the vaccine propaganda campaign that they're going to roll out. So with SPARS, they go with big tech, celebrities, the president, which they talk about the president coming out and giving statements, a hip hop star named BZ, mainstream media, and a global health expert who were akin to Bill Gates, as you mentioned earlier. Now look at COVID-19. We had the 4 presidents come out and talk about getting the vaccine. We got John Legend, we've got Run DMC, we've got Bill Gates, we've got Ryan Reynolds, and we're going to show you all these tweets in a second. Dr. Fauci, MSM, and the Surgeon General. The Surgeon General is using the same hashtags as that are written in this scenario. That's going to freak you out in a second, Jones.
We're going to show that. I saw
exact hashtags.
We're going to show that. That's why I'm telling you, you're doing a great job. I'm frustrated because we literally have only got into 2 documents. There's over 20 documents left and over 100 news articles.
We go to the next one. Now, this is where the censorship takes place. Medical countermeasures. That's what they call it. They don't call it censorship. They call it MCM. So you're going to see that acronym all throughout this document, MCM. It's like, how do we deal with this scenario? Somebody mentions Tuskegee. How do we combat it? Somebody says, oh, I don't like how the Muslim thing with the pigs, have it being associated with pigs. Oh, so they built all these scenarios in so they have the folders and the suggestions in here written for the people to then say, oh, well, don't worry about that. We're not using pigs. Pigs weren't used in this version. Oh, we have a black lady working on the vaccine. And they do it in that nice, soft voice. Now let's go to the medical countermeasures. If you read this, there's several sections and appendices that are voted just to deal with the public pushback, the changing of the guidelines where we had 14 days to stop the spread.
Yeah, you may have heard of this before. 14 days to stop the spread.
Exactly. And so
then the viral say no mask, then yes mask.
Yes.
You like wonder, where do they come up with all this? They even change their minds and do all this to make it look real.
Yeah.
Right after
we got
Trump
new
got
information.
elected,
New information's come to light, as the dude once
And it's like you said, we're all living this.
Yeah, no, we are. And as you see it, as you start reading this, you're like, oh my God, this is happening now. Oh my God, this happened last week. Oh my God, this was last year. As you read this document,
and it's in the same order. It's in the same order.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So if you
we're supposed to be puppets living through their little Shakespearean death play.
Well, Klaus Schwab says we're merging our physical, our digital,
it's all merging together.
One virtual
and this is
reality.
Part of it.
And so that's what it is they've created a giant play that's reality, and then we're all supposed to conform or we get censored and blacklisted. But if we play along with it and become robots, then we live.
You're either in their virtual reality or you're censored.
It's a Sim City, yeah, definitely. And what have they done? They bring on doctors. They censor doctors that are talking about this. They have massive deplatforming, which we've already seen. It's happening now, even today. Just the fact that they were taking doctors off talking about this. Medical doctors who are practicing medicine, they take off their...
I'm going to keep going on this until they get into the future scenarios, because it's interesting that they, we're seeing stuff that they predicted mirror what's happening now. Like all those things they showed in the SPARS pandemic 2025 to 28. Go look that up, by the way. You can download their PDF. They predicted out farther than where we are. 2025 is supposed to be 2020, and it goes to 2028, which is supposed to be 2023 or something. Is that how the math works? I don't know. But anyways, they map it out farther. So I'm going to show you how crazy it gets after now. We're right now just mirroring what's happening now, but let's see what the SPARS pandemic whatever the fuck they fucking call it, a futuristic scenario for public health risk communicators. For public health risk communicators, that's what in other words, the PR people for your health. The PR, the propaganda wing of public health. That's who this is for. The propaganda people for your health. And let's go on. They predict future things. This was future because they made this in 2017. I need to remind you that. But it predicts even farther into more shit. So here we go. Let's keep going. Here we go. Whoop.
Their videos. And how many of those videos did we put on Band.video? We probably don't even have half of what has been taken off because they just keep removing.
And again, it's all premeditated. Let's continue.
Yeah. Well, let's just finish with this here. Using fact-check organizations to debunk things. This is a medical countermeasure that's going on. That's why
run by Bill Gates, run by Big Pharma.
That's why you see when you type in something about somebody dying from the vaccine, there's 15 fact-check articles before you get to anything that's even a news article. And it's because they've already war-gamed this out back in 2017. They know what they're going to do. So Bill Gates had the fact-check orgs step up. Facebook hires them. Twitter looks at them.
No. It's worse than that. Wuhan runs the COVID-19 fact-checking.
Yes.
They create what you're supposed to go
That's
on.
a former Facebook employee.
The former Facebook employee works in the COVID-19 area.
Dr. Danielle Anderson.
Yeah.
You can't make it up. And then, of course, you got CNN and MSNBC and all these places pushing the vaccine, pushing the narrative. And then you have on top of that, inside these things, Big Pharma is making these ads that aren't really ads, but they're like Pfizer is the biggest spender of all these people. If you look at what Pfizer's doing, they're just going, they're making these things going, look.
And so Big Pharma fact checkers then debunk you.
Yeah.
Big Pharma ads, government narrative, the debunk anything against government narrative continue.
Yeah. And then you have the native ads, which are put out by the vaccine companies saying the vaccine's safe and effective. And that's all they do. So we have basically 6-month timeline from right about now. They've been, since December, they've been given vaccines, but really the last month or so, they've really amped up how many vaccines they're giving people. So you're going to see 6 months from now, maybe 5 months from now, 4 months from now, 4 to 6 months from now, you're going to see people having really bad side effects. They're starting to test this thing on children and pregnant ladies. We saw the pregnant lady who got one and she had a miscarriage, but she was all for it. She said it's for our health. And so then you're going to see the side effects in children happen because now that's 2 years down the road. Well, they're probably not going to start injecting children till the end of this year. And parents will bring their kids to do this. It's crazy. I can't believe what they're doing and how people are going along with it. They really have created the PSYOP mixed in with the lockdown. So you have people inside their homes looking at TV constantly. They're being fed the messages and they go, just let me out. Let me out and I'll do whatever you want. Okay, I'll take a vaccine. Good. I can travel. Great. Guys, pull up. We're going to do the CDC tweets first. CDC says, holiday travel plans, stop SPARS by washing your hands and avoiding public places. Okay. Then you go to the CDC actual tweet that they put out February 23rd, talks about washing your hands. Take simple data. They have a picture of the person washing their hands. Coronavirus disease 2019.
Scenario.
And they're showing it right there. And that's when they were changing it from Wuhan flu to COVID-19. They're trying to give everybody on that. Instead of saying coronavirus. Because when you look up coronavirus, you go, oh, it's a common cold. This isn't that bad. But there's one. The next one. If you feel ill, seek medical attention. Use the vampire cough. You know what the vampire cough is? Go to the next one, guys. That's when you put you cough into your elbow like a vampire. So you're coughing into your elbow.
Scenario.
Here, the CDC puts out another tweet. Cover your cough, wash your hands, stay home when sick. All this is the same thing. So they're basically using the same language. It's going to get crazy here in a second. Practice good hygiene during Thanksgiving travels. Bring home leftovers, not spars. Today is World Hygiene Day. They use this, hygiene. Thankful for the brave healthcare providers on the front line. Clean your hands, wash your hands, do all this stuff. Now,
point is the simulation is reality. They're just testing it, preparing it, getting their people ready.
Happy Thanksgiving. Be safe on Black Friday. Have a, basically virtual Cyber Monday instead. And then CDC recommends virtual Thanksgiving to lessen the risk of COVID-19.
So this is done years before it actually happens.
It is. And it's just insane. Now, I want to go to this last one here, and we could go through all these, but we're comparing a rapper, BZ, this fictional rapper, and I'm looking for, Jerome Adams. BZ puts out a tweet that says vaccines work in the year 2026. Vaccines work. Hashtag. Jerome Adams uses to all vaccines work advocates. He uses the same exact hashtag. So they thought of this hashtag before, and they have the Clozavir, which is the remdesivir version of the drug. But here's the fake rapper pushing it, and now we have Jerome Adams, the former Surgeon General, pushing the exact same thing. Vaccines work.
I gotta stop there. I gotta stop there and just say, look at that. Look at that. You see that? This was a scenario. This was in 2017. This is a fake tweet from a fake person. You see this? This is a fake rapper that they wanted to promote the vaccine. And they said, hey, let's get a rapper to promote the vaccine. And that we'll call him BZ. This is fake. This is completely fake, just so you know. Like, this looks like a real tweet, but it's not. This is a scenario written in 2017. And they use the hashtag called vaccines work. And this is real. This is now, they got some fucking black dude who puts the exact same hashtag vaccines work. All right, I got to keep going. Here we go.
Hashtag vaccines work. Now we have BZ, this fictional rapper. Now we have Run DMC, who's come out with their animation to get the vaccine. Roll up your sleeve, get it. There it is.
I got the vaccine. You got the vaccine. They got the vaccine.
I mean, it's crazy. And that was promoted. The Run DMC thing was promoted by everybody under the sun. We have John Legend getting his vaccine. Walgreens taps John Legend to encourage vaccinations. And then here's BZ saying, look, we had Tuskegee, but, I'm just proud of how everybody's coming together to do all this. So they're even working the Tuskegee angle into this because they've wargamed a black celebrity like Wendy Williams, who came out and said, I'm not getting the vaccine. I don't trust it. She didn't say Tuskegee, but we know that's what she's thinking because everybody else that's black that's looking at this and not doing it, they're thinking Tuskegee.
And that's the tip of the iceberg. And expanding on that, here's the timeline.
Oh, shit.
And then here is the boil down that you did, Mike. SPARS 2025 highlights. Let's just read these highlights. And then, we're not the fake news. We're going to show you from the document the slides after we read the highlights. But Mike, read us these highlights.
Okay, so first we're going to start talking about the neurological symptoms. You can't even believe that inside of SPARS it says that children are going to be getting neurological symptoms. People are going to be getting neurological symptoms. And we already
6 months to a year later.
6 months to a year later, and that's what...
which is a soft kill. It's a delayed weapon.
And that's what Dr. Sherry Tenpenny talked about.
Before this document was even known, yeah.
We just discovered this document. I'm sure it's on the internet, but now we're covering it now. And this can be found inside of the SPARS document, word for word. After showing no adverse side effects for nearly a year, vaccine recipients slowly began to experience symptoms. As time passed and more people across the United States were vaccinated, claims of adverse side effects began to emerge. As the investigations grew in intensity, several high-ranking officials at the CDC and FDA were forced to step down and withdraw from government. They're setting up the health officials and the politicians to take the fall for this. Don't forget, the people who fund all this are not the health officials. It's not Fauci. It's the guys behind the scenes. It's Gates.
And that's what the UN head of vaccine program said a year and a half ago in Switzerland. She said, we're not allowed to test it. It's given to us by Big Pharma and Bill Gates, and it's hurting people. She's on video.
And you talked about the board that's above it, the ethics board that's above them, above the hospitals, above the doctors. So this is a high-level, highly sophisticated military operation. Near the end of 2027, which is 2 years after SPARS emerges, reports of new neurological symptoms began to emerge. That's 2 years later. So this keeps compounding. Several parents claimed that their children were experiencing neurological symptoms. That month, a group of parents whose children developed mental retardation as a result of encephalitis in the wake of Coronavax vaccination sued the federal government, demanding removal of the liability shield protecting the pharmaceutical companies responsible for developing and manufacturing Coronavax. So let me.
I need to come in here again and say that what he's reading is an actual it's a document. It's a planned document. This was something planned in 2017 called the SPARS pandemic. That's what he's reading from. A 2017 plan for if something comes out, some sort of pandemic comes around that we can't deal with. This is what ends up happening. And they're planning out all the way down to the vaccines. Like, what do we do if people start having side effects? So that's what this is. I'm just going to keep going. If I could figure out my fucking computer.
Copy again, overhead shot. I give you 100 mainline articles. I give you 50 studies literally that I've seen. Here's a top line study, worried that scientists looked at the vaccine, what it does with proteins in the body, saying it'll grow proteins in the brain and basically give you mad cow. This is this year, them looking at the vaccine, saying that scientists, there it is in the document 4 years ago, put out by John Hopkins and Fauci. I mean, holy hell. Keep going.
So the most important part of that last paragraph is that the majority of people who've gotten the vaccination, which is, I think, at least over 80 million Americans have already gotten the vaccine.
Oh, yeah, they're targeting America. A bunch of countries aren't doing it. They're pulling out. France and other places won't do it, but we're the most vaccinated now.
They don't realize that they cannot sue. They can't go after the vaccine maker. Then it says that they're going to realize that they got damaged, and then they're going to go after the vaccine maker. So expect maybe in the next couple months to a year, people starting to wake up saying, wait, maybe my kid did get injured. And who is responsible for this?
4 years after they put this out, in a huge scientific battle plan report, top scientists are saying word for word it's doing what they said it would do. Please continue.
The fact that the majority of U.S. citizens willing to be vaccinated had already been immunized, and negative publicity surrounding adverse reactions had little effect on nationwide vaccination rates. As these cases emerged, patients began filing for compensation under the PrEP Act. Due to lingering uncertainties over possible links between vaccination and reported neurological symptoms, their compensation requests were placed on indefinite hold pending further data analysis.
Because you can't get data because they skipped the animal trials and just did mass random testing.
We are the animal trial.
Cover it up.
This cohort, many of whom adamantly supported the Coronavax vaccine, initially quickly took to social media to publicize their issues. So they're warning all of their stakeholders that they're going to go to social media first. So that's why the censorship started in 2017.
And that's why they say we've got to shut everybody down. And exactly. So in 2017, which lines up with the years they launched early, they began taking all the anti-vaxxers off.
And there's an article, it was about Facebook, and it's like these 12 people, and it's people like Robert Kennedy Jr., Sherry Tenpenny, other people like that, Ty Bollinger. These are the 12 people that are putting out all the vaccine misinformation.
As the pandemic tapered off, several influential politicians and agency representatives came under fire for sensationalizing the severity of the event for perceived political gain. They're talking about Cuomo. They're talking about Newsom. A lot of them.
They're going to burn. They're going to go down.
He got an award, Cuomo. What award?
He got an Emmy.
He got an Emmy.
Yeah.
So he sensationalized it. He's going to take the fall for this.
Yep.
So they even pre-programmed years before it happens how they're going to burn certain people. Continue.
That's right. To determine how to best distribute limited doses of Coronavax to members of priority groups across the country, the U.S. government resorted to new controversial tactics, notably having healthcare providers access patients' electronic health records to determine the number of individuals in high-risk populations receiving care in particular areas. Furthermore, these cases arose from the initial cohort of vaccine recipients, those in high-risk populations, including those with other underlying health conditions, making it increasingly difficult to determine the extent to which these symptoms are associated with vaccination. That's their big game plan, Alex.
It's soft kill. It does it down the road.
Sorry, guys.
It's to be able to know for whoever received the vaccine, or maybe your mom or your child received it, and you can't put 2 and 2 together because you already have autism, you already have Alzheimer's. All the marketing is, if you have pre-existing conditions, take the vaccine.
Keep going.
I mean, this gets worse, Alex. Severe side effects, including swollen legs, severe joint pain, and encephalitis, potentially resulting in seizures, seizure disorders, or death, occasionally occurred. Word for word from the document, Alex.
Everything now happening in mass. We got to add all the B-roll to that. That's okay.
In an effort to further reach certain population subgroups, agency officials enlisted the help of well-known scientists, celebrities, and government officials to make short videos and zap clips, which is a type of social media in the exercise, and in a few cases, give interviews to major media outlets. We cover this every day, Alex. We see it all the time.
Keep going.
Among those chosen were former president, and in this exercise, her name is Jacqueline Bennett, BZ, a popular hip-hop star, and Paul Farmer, co-founder of Partners in Health and a renowned global health expert.
It was essentially like the Bill Gates.
Yeah, and that Run DMC clip, which we have, that's what they're talking about. Hiring these hip-hop people, hiring the people that are celebrities that you already trust, you already know them for the last 15, 20 years. Now they're promoting the vaccine on TV. ASPR recommended to HHS Secretary Nagel that SAMHSA collaborate with stakeholders and devise behavioral health guidance for the states, tribes, and territories on how to strengthen the public's coping skills, provide support for grieving individuals, encourage a forward direction, and meet other SPAR's recovery needs. Basically what they're doing.
I need to just once again just remind people that this is what this dude is reading. When he's putting his finger over the page, he's reading a script from 2017. 2017, immediately after Trump got elected, this group decided to put this group together and do this. I'm not making it Trump related, but it just coincided. I just want you to know it was like literally right after. What he's reading are these scenarios for a plan for an epidemic that's as Fauci said. If you heard in the beginning of this clip, there's definitely going to be a virus coming in this administration. He said it. You go back, go look at this clip. Go look at when I started this whole schmeal. It starts with Fauci saying, "This is definitely going to happen in this administration." And then at that same point, the SPARS pandemic scenario, a futuristic scenario for public health risk communications, came out. And so this is 2017. What he's reading is from 2017. I just want you to realize that. I can't fucking emphasize that enough. He's not talking about now. He's reading from the past. Here we go.
Is what's in California. If you have a health condition that they can't tie something to, now they send the behavioral health people to your house. These groups initially came from 4 primary sources. They're talking about the people that reject the vaccine, that don't want to get involved in this nightmare. Muslim groups across the country who oppose the vaccine on the basis that the original formulation was used to treat pigs. African Americans who refused vaccination based on governmental experimentation on African American populations. Alternative medicine proponents and anti-vaccination activists. They already know who's going to reject their plan, and they have plans to be able to counter them in the document, Alex.
And now you see it all in lockstep today, the exact stuff unfolding that they put in the document.
Conspiracy theories also proliferated across social media, suggesting that the virus had been purposefully created and introduced to the population by drug companies, or that it had escaped from a government lab secretly testing bioweapons.
Let me add that. I'm going to read that for people again. This is directly.
CDC is essentially a drug company too. They own patents on.
Fauci owns it. Yeah. So again, these are all just quotes out of the document itself, so they're easier to read. Conspiracy theories also proliferated across social media, suggesting that the virus had been purposely created and introduced to the population by drug companies, or that it had escaped from a government lab secretly testing bioweapons. This is in 2017, right after Fauci says a virus will be released. It's going to happen. It's going to challenge Trump. It's going to be a surprise operation. And you can put on screen for folks the article, ladies and gentlemen, out of Newsweek. Fauci did controversial gain-of-function viral testing at the Wuhan lab because they knew they moved this there from Chapel Hill in 2015, North Carolina. There were big scientific articles in the mainstream news that what they were doing was a bioweapon, huge gain-of-function, playing with cold viruses, that they shouldn't be doing it. And then they put out a document, even knowing people would counter them, knowing they cooked it up in Wuhan, and how to go after them. Absolutely insane. Keep going.
The very real possibility of.
I mean, it just goes on. It just goes on. I mean, you get the point. I can't just fucking bash that into the ground. And it's also we're way past the 1 hour mark, which I like to go to. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna leave you with that. I'm gonna leave you with a hilarious cheesy pickup line that I didn't have to do. Here we go. Cheesy number 5. Oh no, let's do something. We're gonna fucking drink. Let's drink real quick. Who's out there? I see if a few people are watching. You want to do a shot with me, folks? Say hello, and let's say what we're going to cheers to. In the meantime, I'm going to... what do you want to cheers to? In the meantime, I'm going to fix... What the fuck did I do here? What do you want to cheers to? Guys who want to do a shot, maybe? Or maybe who just, like... Enjoy life. Do you enjoy life? I enjoy life. I like to cheers to life. Oh, I've got another beer review coming. So let's do a shot first, and then we'll do the beer review, and then we'll do the last cheesy pickup line. How's that sound? Shot. Here we go. Cheers. What are we cheering to? What are we cheersing to, everybody? I've got all the accoutrement. I've got the perfect bestest tequila. I know, I'm sorry, I fucking depressed the fuck out of y'all. They're like, Adam, why are you drinking? You drinking? You're celebrating? Yes, because I'm still alive. For fuck's sake. I am always a half glass full type of fella. And if you guys don't come up with the cheers, I will come up with one for us. How's that? Would you prefer that? Probably. Or maybe not. I don't know. I know my girl Kayla would have come up with something. I know that Jerry would have come up with something, but they ain't out here tonight. I was thinking about tagging them in there, but whatever. They'll watch it later. Jerry, here's to your state. Removing your mask and social distancing shit and having record low cases of coronavirus. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? That's weird. No, it's not weird. We fucking if you watched the country known as Sweden, they never did any of this shit. They never did any of the social distancing. At least not enforced. They never enforced social distancing or masking. They said you could do it. It was optional. That's what we should have done here. You know, if you're sick, blah, 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 you know, you quarantine the sick. They basically did what's rational. They did the rational thing that you do for viruses. And guess what? They're fine. Their numbers are better than Western Europe. Go look it up. And so is Texas. Texas, now they dropped their mask mandates. They dropped their social distancing. And guess what? They are the record low 2 weeks later, by the way. I'm not saying like it wasn't just like, oh, they did it and then here it is. No. 2 weeks after, record low. So congratulations. I'm going to cheers to you guys out there in Texas for kicking ass. Fuck yeah. That's good. Jerry, by the way, Jerry, who's out there in Texas, is supposedly sending me some locally made tequila, and I will, if and when I get that, it will be presented here. All right, I got to keep rolling because I'm going so late tonight. What do we got to do? We got to do, what did I say? I said we're going to do, yeah. We did the cheers. We're going to do the next review. Here's the next review. Yeah, here's the next review.
It's time for another little beer review. Yeah, cha-cha-cha.
Yes, I played piano and sang that fucking number. Here we go. Beer review. What am I cracking? There it is. You hear that healthy sound? This is the brewery known as Single Cut, and I believe it's just called Metal. It's just called Metal. And it is a dry hop IPA, 7.7 alcohol. And I will give you a close-up. Does that turn you on? It should. Yeah, Single Cut, man. I forgot what I've had by them, but I really liked it. But here we go. We're gonna do a little beer review. The other two, I must confess, I had before I gave my review. Obviously, with the Founders All Day IPA, like who hasn't had a Founders All Day IPA if you drink beer? Like, for fuck's sake, what do you just live in one of those worlds where there's only Bud and Coors? There's Bud, what? Okay, son. There's two beers. There's Coors and there's Budweiser. Budweiser has a light, and it's called Bud Light. And so your wife don't get fat. So you give your wife the Bud Light, you drink the Bud, and you're all good. Merca. but the people who really enjoy beer, different world. Different world. It's a study, it's a craft. It's you respect the art of making beer, tasting beer, and enjoying beer. And so what we're doing tonight in this beer review is we're doing Single Cut. As I said, I'm wasting time because I'm waiting for the foam to go down. I don't like to get a full face of foam. What we do here in these beer reviews is we try it, and here it is, Single Cut. I'll give you a nice look at that. That's cloudy. That's gonna be. My guess is it's gonna be. It's gonna taste a little cloudy. I don't know how else to describe a taste. Whoa. Okay. It's not your average unfiltered IPA. I think the dry hop really brought it home there. Damn. I wish I had brought this down a little colder. I think I would like it a little colder. But that's delicious. That is delicious. I don't know what else to say about it. It's in the I'd give it like the high praise of some of the better Beard Brewing Company beers. I'll get back to you next week on the hangover level, because Beard Brewing, they're delicious, but the hangover is intense. We'll see about this. Ridiculously good tasting, though. I must say, it's perfect. This is a beer that I could drink all day, all night. Not super hoppy. Not at all. You almost like, it's almost an afterthought. It's like, was that an IPA? It's like an afterthought. Very, very good. Well done. Good job. Good job, Single Cut. I give this if I had a star rating, I'd give this 5 stars out of 5. All right. There we go. And that's that.
It's time for another little beer review. Yeah, cha-cha-cha.
Okay, cats and kangaroos, I gotta go to bed. I'm gonna go review this video and probably fall asleep doing so. So, tatty bye, everyone. Tatty bye.